Hey everyone, Miss Star here. Um, Before I start this video, I want to tell you all, Miss Star has never read the whole Bible yet. I'm still reading it, and I am very much a believer in the Word of Jesus Christ. I have a close relationship with Him. This video is going to be talking about the visions I've been having and the dreams I've been having. But I didn't have visions whatsoever when I was depressed. When I was depressed, it was dreams. I asked God for help to get me out of depression, and He came and helped me a few years back. And 2 months after recuperating after being depressed, I started having visions. I've never had visions at all until then. Visions and things that were completely awful. Before it was dreams of me being on, it's always me on a mountain, high mountain, and I didn't understand it. I thought it was my depression doing that, but I had it more than 8 or 9 times. Me being on the mountain, looking down on all the people, I didn't understand. I thought it was my depression because I always see this tree right on the edge of the cliff, you know, where I was at. I was wanting to jump. But then I didn't. It was slowly kind of changing, but I was still on the mountain with a tree, you know, on the little, and the tree was like right by the edge. You know, always, you know, I seen, you know, demons trying to push me off. I felt, you know, a hand reaching out to me, and then it kind of changed, but I was still on the mountain looking down. The last time I had that dream, it was a lot different. I was looking down, and I felt, and I seen everybody living and walking and having their life. This is at night, because I saw all these lights, like a city, you know, like Las Vegas or something. All these lights, and people walking around. You can hear them living their life, and all of a sudden, everything was burning. I just started fire, you know, it was just everywhere on the ground, like burning everyone, everybody running and screaming, and I knew what was going on. I knew it. I was still on the mountain looking down, and I felt everybody's anger. They wasn't scared. They wasn't, you know, like a lot of other people say in their visions. You know, they were scared, they were running away. I didn't feel that at all in my vision or my dreams. I felt them so angry and very, very hateful and bitter. They all knew what was going on and what's going to happen to them, but they didn't care. These people were the left behind, because I knew that. That's what I saw first, was the people left behind. They were running. They're just running everywhere, but they wasn't afraid. They were angry and hateful and bitter, cursing God, shooting the finger at God. You name it, they were awful. And that happened for a while, for a long while. And then I noticed the sky. I mean, everything was dark, but the sky was bright. And you saw God, and He cast judgment upon them. Everything was dark on the earth, and fires started coming. Fires everywhere, huge fires. Then that kind of died down, and people were on the ground, but they were still alive, right? But this gust of wind, I mean, this hard gust of wind, just on the face, on the surface of the world, right, on where people were living, and all their, how can I explain this? This is awful. It was like they just fell, their skin just peeled off, like in an instant, and their bones just burned to a cinder. It was this awful dream. It was very graphic. I think a lot of people that have those visions, they don't really share the graphic part, But, I think that's too much for them. But you gotta be 100% truthful in your visions, people. If you're gonna come on here and talk about your visions that God's shown you, and you show it, you've gotta be visual. And a lot of times, I've had that vision more than 5 or 6 times. And it's a lot of things that, I know a lot of people don't want to share the graphic details, but you have to. So, because it's the truth. If you're gonna tell your story or tell the vision, you gotta tell it all. Anyway, that was pretty graphic, and that disturbed me, and it still disturbs me to this day. Like I said, in my dreams that I had of being on the mountain and everything, on one of my visions that I had, that I was on the mountain, it was different. This one was different. I seen the 4 angels. I never read the whole Bible. I don't understand it. I'm still looking up information about the 4 angels. I found about the 4 angels. I was like, what? And I don't know if they're actually on mountains, because I really haven't found information about that yet. But I saw the 4 angels, and it seemed like I was one of the 4 angels, because of that time, that vision, that I was, when people were running on the earth. It's another dream, vision. And like I said, they're all hateful, and they're evil. And I was absorbing all their hate and anger, and I was just, making it disappear. It was just weird, like I was destroying them. It was just weird. And I was looking on information, anything about 4 angels of 4 corners of the world, because I saw everything. I was on a mountain, I saw the other angels on the corners. I was like, what does this mean? What? And I saw looking information. But he did say about the 4 angels at the corners of the world. I was like, what? Because I never read the whole Bible. I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, I've always felt like I don't belong here. I felt like my purpose was more. But all those years of being depressed, I really believe now that was the devil pulling me down and making me miserable, not seeing what God wants me to see in my visions. Some of the visions are way too much, but it's gotta be spoken out. It's gotta be known. Other people gotta know. But like I said, I've been looking information about that, and I really haven't found much. And I'm still looking. But it felt like I was one of the angels. Isn't that the weirdest thing? I don't know. But anyway, I wanted to share this, and I know a lot of atheist people are gonna come on here and make fun. Let them. Y'all have a great day, and get right with God, because He's coming. He's coming sooner than you think, people. Get right with God. God bless.